So in this video, I'm reviewing the ChatGPT Atlas browser, a new AI browser driven by ChatGPT, created as a competitor to Safari and Google Chrome. I will review everything from its design to its best AI features, and by the end of the video, I will reveal whether it is better than competitors. Let's get into it. Starting with the design of the browser and its main features. First of all, the design is quite good. It feels almost as smooth as Safari and it isn't as buggy as Chrome. By the way, the browser is created with Chromium engine, meaning it is developed with the same technology as Google Chrome. Therefore, it supports Chrome's extensions like uBlock Origin to block ads on certain websites like YouTube or New York Times, where there are a lot of ads. Another great thing about this browser is performance. It is quite fast compared to most other browsers like Google Chrome or Firefox. But it isn't as fast as Safari, which is expectable since these browsers were developed with different technologies. But what I enjoyed the most is how satisfying it is to use the browser. The animations are very smooth and all menus, buttons and sidebars are very easy to interact with. The security features of this browser are quite limited for now. Sure, it can check whether connection is secure, but so can other browsers. Advanced things like ad blocker can be installed as I mentioned, but I would still prefer have them built in, but it seems OpenAI is working on it. The user interface is quite different from other browsers, but it depends whether it's good or bad. For example, the search bar is at the center of new tab menu, not at the top like we're used to. And while it can be annoying to get used to it, it also makes integration with ChatGPT much easier, because the chat appears right away, which could be beneficial in some cases. The bookmarks menu is at the top like in Google Chrome or Safari, but it is designed to be super minimalistic, so you can access your most used tabs much faster. The bookmarks can also be imported from other browsers, including Safari and Chrome. There is also a sidebar in each tab, which makes interacting with ChatGPT much easier. And that brings us to advanced AI features and integration with ChatGPT. First of all, accessing ChatGPT in this browser is stupidly easy. You can access it from the new tab menu, from the sidebar, and with a keyboard shortcut. Also, the user interface of ChatGPT is integrated directly in the browser, which makes it much smoother than as a website. Also, there are more advanced features like analyzing tabs or helping with writing any kind of creative work. By that I mean that ChatGPT can help you improve your email writing, like make it sound more polite, more professional, or more friendly, or simply correct grammar mistakes. However, those features are already available in most AI services, but this browser makes them unique, since they work directly in whatever tab you're in, which can increase productivity. There is also a feature which analyzes tabs, and it seems complicated, but it really isn't. Here's an example. Let's say you want to buy shoes, but to get them you need to compare the pricing on different websites. Well, you can just open one website and in the sidebar ask ChatGPT to compare the pricing. And here we go with the detailed comparison between different websites. The use case seems limited, but OpenAI will extend this functionality in future updates, so the possibilities will become endless. By the way, if you are finding this video useful, consider subscribing to my channel down below to not miss a new video. Thank you. Now let's compare the browser with its main competitors, starting with traditional browsers like Google Chrome and Safari. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, the browser supports Chrome's extensions, feels less buggy, but in addition to that, it also supports Chrome's famous developer tools, making it suitable for developers too. Also, it is quite fast, although not as fast as Safari, but integration with ChatGPT combined with Chrome's extensions could really be the deal breaker here. However, there are also less known browsers which are AI browsers, and those are Comet and Dia. Both are made by different companies and both basically do the same thing as this one. But Dia browser isn't really as feature-rich, and Comet doesn't really have such a great design, and I found it to be a little bit slower than this one, but it is only my experience. So moving to the conclusion, ChatGPT Atlas is a great browser with AI features, which actually makes sense and nice design. The support for Chrome's extensions and good performance combined make it my choice, and yeah, I've set it as my default browser. However, if you want to discover another AI browser called Dia, there is a video over here in which I will show you exactly that. I will hopefully see you there. Thanks for watching this one.